Boom, Sooner Nation. Landed a transfer. The Sooners picked up a big commitment from Jer'Michael Carter, wide receiver from McNeese State. Now, you may be asking, what does that mean? Well, it means a lot because the Sooners just picked him up a nice 6'4" wide receiver to add more depth to the room. Let's dive into that. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. This video is powered by our partners over there at BetUS TV. Check them out. They're giving you all the odds and analysis you're looking for. Just search them here on YouTube at BetUS TV. Man, the Sooners have been needing another win out of the portal. And here we go. Another dub for the Sooners. And so let's talk about Jer'Michael Carter. Then let's dive into this wide receiver room and what all this means. First and foremost, you get Jer'Michael Carter, who, for the Sooners, could use some additional size. 6'4", about 190. And there at McNeese State, they didn't throw the ball much. Just being honest. The team itself threw for just over 2,200 yards in passing last year. And Jer'Michael Carter had 537 of them. That's about 20, just over 20% of the receiving yards for that team. He had 3 touchdowns. So this team runs the ball a lot. And yeah, that's the one thing you can give to him is he was literally their key piece there on the offensive side of the ball. And what Jer'Michael brings in for Oklahoma is size, some speed, some strength, some versatility at wide receiver. As you all know, Giovanni Gibson and Jaden Gibson are 2 Gibson boys. They're still dealing with rehabilitating some injuries. Giovanni gets hurt in spring ball and looks like broken tib, one of the two. Just something down at the ankle area, fracture, but no ligament damage, it looks like. As Brent Venables mentioned that they expect him back week 1, like full go. If that's the case, that means he's probably going to be back August 1st, ready to train, get into game shape, and get a few reps against Illinois State. Jaden Gibson in a similar scenario. He's expected to be back full go here in August, so a full year after that that meniscus tear. So if with that's 6'5", that's another 6'2", and Giovanni was emerging as your number 1, just freakish athletic kid. But then Jer'Michael walks in here, who's originally from also Louisiana, Kentwood to be exact. He gives you 2 years of eligibility at the size of 6'4", 192. Again, numbers, 37 catches, 537 yards, 3 touchdowns, 14 yards a catch. And he was the main guy that was catching all the passes there at McNeese State. I mean, with his 37, the next closest was, of course, 21, but 325 yards. He was basically the go-to guy. And so Oklahoma now has a guy that he's going to have to work on transitioning from FCS up into SEC ball. But that position at wide receiver, I think is totally possible if you're healthy. That's what's important. Let's look at the wide receiver room. But first, shout out to our partners over there at BetUS TV. They are hooking you up with all the best analysis and breakdowns of the odds as the NBA playoffs are going on, as well as even college football. Like right now, you can see the regular season win totals for Oklahoma is still over at 6.5. If you take the over, it's minus 150, meaning it's a heavy favorite. As in, the odds makers believe that Oklahoma is going to go over that number. So if you want to take advantage of that, you can check out BetUS TV. They'll give you those analysis and those odds and updates. NBA playoffs wise, NHL playoffs wise, baseball now is here. So, of course, more things to look at. So, check them out. Search on YouTube, BetUS TV, where the game begins. Now it's time to look at the room. So, as we know, with this room, still got a lot of components, but you're adding in more height. So, you now have 4 wide receivers over 6'4" that should be prepared to be able to play. Ivan Carrion's a sophomore. You'll have now Jer'Michael Carter, who's a junior. You'll mix him in. Manny Choice is a true freshman. And Jaden Gibson, who's a redshirt junior. Now all you need is them to all be healthy and play, which is going to be a huge deal for the Sooners because you get that size. Emmett Jones is going to be able to put in some work with these kids. We've seen his ability to develop some guys. We saw some guys with 23. Jaden Gibson made a big leap. Andrew Anthony was nice until he tore his ACL against Texas. And so now we hope we can repeat that again this year without the injuries that slow everybody down. So get Jaden Gibson back out there doing some work. Keontae Lewis hopefully is ready to take command of a spot with Zion Kearney, who I truly think as a sophomore should be one on the outside, potentially starting as well. But you'll have Zion Kearney, Jer'Michael Carter, hopefully Giovanni and Jaden Gibson back. Deion Burks looks good. He's out here dropping propaganda videos of him training, which looks like he's ready to, he can cut. He looks like he's back to his old self. Isaiah Satania, which we've seen him on the mic'd up, he looks really nice as well. And then, of course, Elijah Thomas, the true freshman. I've heard nothing but great things about him. So the wide receiver room just added just another weapon to play around with and see if John Mateer can go out there and make some craziness happen. So I'm pretty excited to see this. I think this is going to be a massive, massive move for Oklahoma going forward. And let's see if this wide receiver room is rebuilt perfectly for the fall. It appears to be. So let's cross our fingers and toes for that. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in those comments. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. We'll talk more. Got another video coming down the line. We're going to chop it up about recruiting. We got some recruiting stuff to talk about. It sounds like Oklahoma has a chance and some craziness going on at the quarterback spot. Yeah, we'll dig into it and really dive deep into that. Shout out to our partners, BetUS TV. They're going to hook y'all up with all the odds and analysis. Just search for them here on YouTube, their channel. They got some great experts, especially around the NBA playoffs. They get you taken care of. So we'll chop it up in another day or two. Peace.